How's it all going, guys? Diggs is back with another All About Truvis, number 56. Firstly, let me just apologise for the way that I look. I've been experiencing really severe back and arm pains for the last couple of weeks. I've been pretty much laid in bed and I'm really bored. But it means that I can't cut my hair or shave or just generally do anything. I can't even operate a mouse at the moment, so I'm in a bad way. But it's imperative that I record this for you because I really want to open the package that I've got, and obviously I can't do it without sharing it with you guys. So I've tanked up on painkillers. I've got my neurosurgeon appointment in about an hour and a half. But before I get to that, I'm going to open this package from the legendary Max. Max, you've been an absolute delight to get the balls that you've got for me. Not only that, but you were also very important in obtaining the missing dozen of balls that I ordered from Stephen that we thought got lost in the post. Actually, Stephen just mislabeled them at his house, so Stephen forwarded them to Max. So I should, if my math serves me correctly, have 18 balls to share with you right now. My arm is already in quite a lot of pain right now, so I do apologise if I pause or wince, but I wanted to share some of these balls with you because they are magic. Now, I don't know how well he's packaged these up, so it may be a little bit of fumbling, or it might just be one at a time, and that's what we're going to hope to do today. I hope you're all well, by the way. I haven't done a video in a few days, in a few weeks. However, there will be, I reckon, 3 or 4 in the next week or so, depending on if I can get my scan, my appointment, etc. So, I'm going to do this completely blind. Now, the first one is a lime green alert, and it is Capitala. This one is a really nice ball, goes really well with the lime green ones. I'm not quite sure what Capitala is. I'm suspecting some kind of bank, but who knows, could be anything. But they've done a really good job with this ball, Capitala. Secondly, this is a doozy. Now, I paid up for this one, and it is a solid Pant ball. And I think, in fact, I'm almost certain that this was the second print for the Sweden balls. I've got a Sweden ball here for you. And as you can see, the blue is a lot lighter. And I think what they were doing is they were just judging the tone of the blue. And there were some that were coming across too dark. And as they added the lighter colour, it then added colour, so it looked more like the traditional one. However, some have made the marketplace. I've seen a couple that are a lot darker than this. However, you can see that there is a definite difference. Let's again put it next to the PGA League one. You can see that it's lighter there. And also the one that I had a few weeks ago, what I would call blue and American cheese colour, which is this one here, and you can see the blue is very similar. But this one is, I think, the ball that I've actually paid the most for. Hold that thought, there's one coming in a couple of months that I'm paying more for. But this was the one that I've paid the most money for outright without being included in a trade. But I love this ball. Next one is one that I don't think many people have, and I'm absolutely delighted to have in it, and it's the Honolulu ball. As you know, Hawaii balls are my main focus, and Honolulu is one of those ones that I have just not been able to secure. I don't know many people with them either, and truth be told, it's not the most astounding ball that you get from Hawaii. Black and red with the Honolulu logo. Let me just turn that round. But the fact that it's got the 808 means that it absolutely must be in my collection. And it's taken 3 years now, but I've finally managed to get it. So Stephen, thank you so much for helping me with this one. Move on to the next box. It is in another sleeve. And what have I got for you now? Right, I have got quite a common one, but I didn't have it in my collection, and it's the Las Vegas ball. Now, they do a couple of different variants. The first one was the red and blue one, and you can see them pretty much all over the place. They're almost as common as your Wolf Creeks and your other retail balls, but I'd never had a black and grey one, and I'm hoping, of course it hasn't, but I think I've got the third version coming up in another box. So, but Las Vegas 702. Next one is, I believe, I don't want to take a guess, it might be Ipswich, I'm not certain, but it is a Heron. Definitely a Heron. It's not a flamingo. It is a Heron on a blue background, and the white on the Heron is just enough. If it would have been any finer, it could have been anything, but it is just enough to show off what it is, and it's a really, really nice ball. Next one, I've forgotten who it's from. I think it is a college sports team. It looks like a Y, a W, and maybe an M. I've wanted this one for a while. It's red and yellow. There's nothing really that special about it. 1839 would suggest it's an institution that's been going on for nearly 200 years. So college maybe. Apologies that I've forgotten exactly where it's from. But as I said, I'm on quite a few painkillers at the moment. So my brain, it's not where it should be. The next sleeve. And we're going to have one, again, I'm not sure what this one is, but this is a really, really nice ball. It's in blue with an outline of what looks to be an oak tree with the number 1926 in the Pant, but then it's got the number 20 on the player number, which is quite unusual because usually if a golf course is established significantly far in the past, they usually use that number as the player number. But they put the number 20 on this. I'd be interested to know if in the comments if you can tell me why the number 20 is on this ball. Next one is Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach National. And it's a nice, simple, straightforward ball. It's just got Myrtle Beach National, and it's got like the star logo in the middle. It's a really, really punchy one, especially when you get the green ones. A lot of them, if people are sticking their logo in the green ones, they kind of wash each other out, but this one's nice and punchy. Next one, again, I'm really sorry, I've forgotten, but it is an absolute stunner, this one. It is blue and red, and it's got, maybe it's a swan in flight, or maybe some kind of albatross. I mean, obviously an albatross would make sense being golf, but I can't tell you exactly what it is. But it's got the number 2020 on, and just blue and red, we know it works together. But when it's outside of the pen, if it's bold like this, it's a really nice one. I love that one. Got another. Oh. The next one is... there is a story behind this one. This one is Onion Creek. Now, it's absolutely run-of-the-mill, normal, green and red. However, I can't tell you the amount of times I have organised a purchase off someone or a trade with someone with Onion Creek and it's fallen through. It was like my nemesis. It was like whenever I put Onion Creek into a trade, it would fall through in some fashion or thing. And I reckon over a year now I've been trying to get this ball. So Stephen, thank you so much for finally breaking that hoodoo, and I absolutely guarantee that within the next couple of months Onion Creek will be releasing their new ball, which will continue to cause me problems. The next one is this little fella. It kind of looks like a dragon lizard. I'm going to hold this up slightly further because it's kind of got the front end of a dragon and the back end of a lizard. I, again, can't tell you where it's from. Usually when I do All About Truvis, I know what's coming and I catalogue it and I research it if there's anything interesting. But firstly, Max sent this out like an absolute demon. must have sent it the quickest delivery I've ever seen, so I've not been able to prepare. But also, as I said, I've not been well, so I've not had my brain on. But this is a really, really nice ball, and I think when it goes up against all the other Blue Nature balls without Pant, it's going to be a really nice one. I think we're probably in the last ball from the ones from Stephen. And yes, as I mentioned before, it is the second Las Vegas one, and this is gold and black. It's exactly the same, where have you gone, as the black and white one, and it's exactly the same as the blue and red one. But I suppose Las Vegas is kind of the epicenter of capitalism, so why wouldn't they release a new ball every year? But they are the missing 12 from Stephen. So Stephen, I thanked you in a previous video. Thank you so much for finally locating these for me. I can't tell you how much of a difference it's made to my collection. And I know you're not looking to expand your collection anymore in the future. But if you do come across any, you're always welcome to send me what you've got, because I'll always take a look. Right, I should have 6 left in the bag, and these are from Max. Now, Max, as far as I'm aware, not a collector. I think he's just kind of stumbled onto a friend who, whether he's a lake ball searcher or he just deals with secondhand balls, but Max is just one of those guys that you can talk to day after day, just such a lovely guy, and he's been helping me put together this small collection. But there are a couple of balls in here that are absolute stonkers, and I'm going to try and keep those to the end. The first one is a stonker, so we'll leave that one. Now the second one is a collar ball. For those that remember, collar ball is the Korean Truvis designer competition, and people got to make their designs, submit them, and the winners would be put into print. And there are 7, I believe, of them, and there will be some coming out sooner. But this was one of the first ones, and the name of this one is Lucky, because you've got the poker chip and the 4-leaf clover. But for looks alone, it's a 9 out of 10, and it's one of those balls that if you were just selling a Truvis online, quite common, you could get 4, 5, 6. But because of the way this looks and the 777, I think you could get $10 a time on this one, even just because it's so good looking. Right, next one is a really nice one. It is Margaritaville, and it's simply a light blue parrot. Now, Margaritaville holds a special place in my heart. Not that I've ever been, but my stepmom swore blind by Jimmy Buffett, and every time we went in the car anywhere, Jimmy Buffett would be on. Jimmy Buffett would be on. And I reckon, I mean, I've not heard that album in 25 years now, but I bet you if it came on now, I could sing along to every single song. Not know what any of it's about, but Jimmy Buffett was one of the theme tunes to any of my car travels. Hello. So, Margaritaville, the Blue Parrot. Next one, I should know where this is from. I think it's a course in Georgia, looking at the shape of the outline, but it's got an American flag and a British flag. I'd be interested to know the history behind that, but it's got the number 2020 on. This is a ball that I've been seeing quite a lot, but Max was the first person to offer it up to me, so I'm really pleased to have that one. Right, there's 2 left, and we're going to go with this one first. Now, this one is one that I already have, and it's Kiahuna in Hawaii. Why would I get another one? Well, the original Kiahuna that I've got has the number 1984 on, which I'm guessing is the year it was probably created. But the thing I love most about the Hawaii balls, apart from them being really pretty, is the fact that the 808 really stands out when you've got a line of all of them together. So when I saw that there was a Kiahuna with 808, I just had to have it. So yes, I'm going to have 2 identical balls on my shelf. However, they're going to have 2 different numbers. And on that theme, I did a trade with Joel, which will be coming up in a future episode, and I will be trading the Arnold Palmer number 29, and I already have the number 1 and the number 61, so then I'll have 1, 61 and 29. And I think there's probably a 7 out there. If you have an Arnold Palmer 7 mint that's available, please let me know down in the comments, because something like that for most people wouldn't bother them. For me, I'd really like the whole set. But anyway, this is Kiahuna. Right, 2 more to go, and I'm in a lot of pain right now, so I'm really, really sorry. And the cat has chosen this time to seek love, but that's fine. The next one is a company that I've reached out to on social media on 2 occasions, and both times I've been blanked. So they're on my crap list essentially, but unfortunately they've done 2 of the best balls in the business, and it is Taco Truck. And I've got the red and the white one. So you've got the taco in the red Pant, but then you've also got the truck in the red pen. It's one of those ones that has got 2 different pictures, and it is just a phenomenally good looking ball. Really, really pleased with that. It just really, really bothers me inside when their social media companies can't, you know, even respond to a message by saying, sorry, only available for employees, or sorry, only available at this promotion. It just seems a little bit anti-social media, or just anti-social will be fine. But Taco Truck, love it. Now the last one is one that I've said this in a previous episode, that I'm going to be focusing on just a few balls in the next about 6 months or so, because I'm buying lots of balls that are worth $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 or pounds, but it's the big ones that I want to start getting hold of. And I put 4 balls in that category. And the next day, Max reached out to me and said, oh, mate, I've got this. Is it any of any interest? And I'm like, yeah, yes, it is. It's one of the 4. So without further ado, I wanted to share with you the orange Pant. Now, this is a very, very strange one. I think this may be one of the more original prototypes, because the orange is more luminous than what we would call the pumpkin orange. So if you have, let's say, the AWS ball, or the Toyota Forklifts ball, or the Raken ball, the orange is what we would call pumpkin orange. But this one is much more luminous, like a luminous orange. And it is just, I mean, it's in really, really good condition. I can't believe I've managed to get hold of this one. So Max, if you're still watching, buddy, thank you so much for sorting these out for me. You've made someone very, very happy. With someone with roughly £100 worth of disposable income a month, all of it goes on Truvis, and to get something like this in the collection, which is certainly one of the jewels, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And Stephen as well, for the 12 that we finally managed to secure. Both of you have done me an absolute solid, and your deliveries between the 2 of you have definitely taken me over 800. So right, so I'm off to an appointment now. Keep your fingers crossed for me, because I'm really worried that I'm going to have an MRI scan and maybe some form of corrective surgery, which I really don't want. But there are going to be some upcoming episodes coming up. The first one I need to arrange with my son. My son said, I bet you'll never get 50 subscribers. And I said, I bet I will. And I said, if I get 50 subscribers, I will let you appear on an All About Truvis. So the next one is going to be me, and we're just going to show off 4 new UK Truvis that we've got coming. I've got a delivery coming from Siegfried, which contains a couple of Truvis, but he's also got a couple of the old TP5s in there as well, for those that like to stray across to that side of the tracks. I've got a few from Joel, and then I've also got 15 right next to me here from Phil from this month as well. So I'm definitely going to get up to All About Truvis 60 by the end of the next month. And then it may be going a bit quiet, except my cabin has been delivered. My cabin is going to be my office in my garden. It's got windows, it's insulated, it's got power, and eventually it's going to be where I stock all of my balls on the wall. So it's going to be like a mini Truvis museum. It's being installed on Monday. Power's going to take a little bit longer to actually get organised, but the next few All About Truvises will hopefully take place in the new Truvis Museum. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm sorry it's been so long. I hope you can understand why it's taken so long to get through to you. And I'm hoping that my problems can get sorted out in the next couple of days and I can get on to All About Truvis 57, 58, 59 and 60. Anyway, it's been an absolute delight. Please like, please subscribe if you've not already, and I will catch you on the flip side. I'm going to have to stop it with this arm. I can't do it with that one. Take care. Bye-bye.